Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Zinnias YouTube channel. Today, I am here with Eelektrone, and we will be doing predictions for the play-ins of Sun and Moon Invitational. Say hi to the viewers, Electro.
Hello, everybody.
Do you have any matchup that you're looking forward to the most in this tournament?
S- Well, if we're looking at round one, there's definitely like some really cool matchups that I think will happen. But in the entire tournament, there's like a lot of fun matchups. For example, so for round one, I think what's especially like matchups that I find that are like really good is like Strat versus Norton and Brandon Lee versus Lliollae. Because I feel like these are the matchups where both players are like really high level and anybody could win. And I feel like these players, like if they were put in different brackets, they would for sure make the main stage. And the fact that they face each other in round one makes it kind of exciting in a way. For main stage, I'm really interested in a lot of matchups. Like for example, Vert versus Yellow Dash is like a rematch from the World Cup in a battle of three, where Yellow Dash pulled off an upset, like a huge upset. So the rematch, I'm really interested in it. Ina versus Kaio is also like really amazing. Both are like high level players, and for me, I see Kaio as like one of the best players of like new SM generation, and Ima is like obviously an SPL warrior and like one of really good SM players. So that's also amazing. Um, Gamma versus Blunder is also great. I mean, in general, there's like a lot. Like almost every matchup is like mind blowing. Even like Gondra versus Michael or Bea versus Chiharu.
Yeah,
Like
I'm really excited to see
I'm
Blunder
super
play.
excited. I'm super excited for all of them.
Me too.
Blunder especially impressed me because I was under the impression that he was like okay. But like then I saw the games and that he played like with you guys, with you, Abel, ZRyan, and I was like,
Yeah, he
okay, this
cooked us
guy's
all.
like
He
really
cooked
high
us
level.
all. He
Yeah,
still got it.
he made. I discussed with one of my friends, Norton, and he made some like really high level plays that you don't see in like the new generation of SM. So I'm excited to watch all of his games.
Exactly. I'd say for the play-ins event, I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to yeah, I'd say I'm looking forward to see how Norton does because I think he could definitely have a big legitimate tournament result if he breaks out in this tournament. It's rare to actually drag him into an individual tournament. And then also it'll be exciting to see Brandon Lee play because he he's made it public that he wanted to be in the main event and thought that he deserved to be starting in the main event. So I'd like to see him get there. And if he doesn't,
He-
then we could just make fun of him for it.
yeah, I mean, he does have like a huge ego. I mean, I do as well. I'm not gonna lie, but
We're all guilty of
I'm
it.
kind of 50-50. To be honest, I'm like kind of 50-50 on him being main stage because I do feel like he's a really good player. I do respect him a lot, but at the same time, I feel like his activity has been off lately. Even if
Yeah.
he did like have great ADPL and like SM seasonal finals, I still feel like he definitely could have done more. If you ask me, like he had the potential, he had the skill, everything.
Brandon Lee when it's time to do something since February 2025.
Yeah, exactly. He just like plays the first seasonal, gets in circuit, and then chills the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, Brandon's good. Brandon's good. I like Brandon.
Yeah, but he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Dickhead personality. Nobody rage baits more than him, I think. And nobody gets under like people's skin. And it makes it worse that he speaks broken English because then it really gets under my nerves, you know?
Yeah, he's easy to rage bait too, though.
Right? He always gets me really pissed off. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
he,
The funny thing is he's against Leo, who rage baited me yesterday. So this is like this is a lose lose situation for me because I want both of them to lose, but only one can, and the other one will advance. So
Hmm.
it's not a ending. It's a never ending battle for me, I must say. But yeah, but I'm friends with both of them. I don't hate them. It's just funny, to be honest.
Yeah, it'd be a funny matchup for sure. I'd like to start
Yeah.
with
So
the top seed, SASAGEYO, versus the 16th seed always. So
hmm,
initially I'd say, well, definitely SASAGEYO. He's had a really good recent showing. He won the global championship pretty recently, right?
yeah, he won it like a week ago.
Yeah, a week ago. So I think he's still pretty hot in form wise. And as for always, I've always respected always as a Sun and Moon player. Even though he does just
Hmm
like bring some really boring teams, like in SMPL, he faced against Violet
Yeah.
River, and they brought the same team. So if you're bringing the same teams as Violet River, you kind of need to reevaluate your picks. But
Yes.
he's very
Yeah.
consistent
So
always.
yeah, for sure. So this matchup is like really tricky for me to pick on because I think Sasageyo is a better player overall, and he has better like preparation and like he has better support overall, and he's like really good. Like we just said, he won SMGC versus circuit winner in finals in 2 sets, which is like really good for him, and he is really good. Um, but funnily enough, like I've seen a lot of people pick Sasageyo, but always actually beat him in the first week of SMPL, where he brought a very cheesy set, which is what I want to talk about in a sec. Sasageyo brought the sun, Charwai Sun with whatever Victini, and always brought the rain. But he put the Rock EMZ on the Tornadoes and got the kill on
Oh,
Charwai.
I remember that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So history wise, always is like above. He is up against him, even though he did hacks that game a bit, if I recall correctly. But regardless, like uh, always has as somebody who played always in the and lost to him in Rising Stars, he brings really cheesy and weird sets. Like he's gonna bring us standard themes, but there's always gonna be something weird about it. Like for example, he brought Hidden Power Ice Celesteela against me, which fucked me up to be honest when I played him. But he's also like, if you ask me, he's a super lucky player because I never see somebody land like Stone Edge Hurricane on this guy. Like it just never happens. So I feel like always could scam a win out of this. Not to say that he's not good enough to win, but I'm just saying like he can sometimes get into those situations and like still make it out of it. But I also do believe Sasageo is the favorite.
Yeah, I for sure. It's just yeah, always has the chance to just bring absolute unhinged bullshit. But yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
maybe 75 Sasageo, 25 always.
yeah. So I think Sasageo, like in his prep, he should keep in mind like what kind of teams he should bring. Like he should really think about it and like if I was him, I would try to like go for teams that don't have many missing moves and stuff because you don't want to go into a hack score with always. Even though I believe being lucky is just a myth.
Yeah, no,
But
I get you. You don't want to be another victim of always luck. Same with
yeah, and
PKCC. If you're ever facing PKCC, you would want to use 100% accurate moves.
yeah, I mean, I faced him in seasonal finals, and I got really unlucky the first game, which kind of messed up my mental. But I just continued playing because I didn't give a shit.
Hmm.
But yeah, what I want to, I do always like sometimes he chokes the games, which is where I think Sasageyo could like take advantage and win, which is like why I think Sasageyo will end up winning this set. And but always like is really good at auras. Like I thought he was way worse, but this auras PL I learned that he's actually really good. Like he understands prep, and his play is actually good. So
Yeah,
I earned respect for him for sure. I would not underestimate him.
for sure. And we have ZDen versus Don Salvatore here. Um, ZDen, he definitely has more of a SM specific history. I know that Don Salvatore has SPL'd for SM, and he also made
Yeah,
finals of the original Masters. So he definitely is
he
no
was
slouch.
he was
He has
also
some really strong achievements.
yes, and also last year he was in the World Cup finals where he lost to Empo, I think, or it was semifinals. I don't remember, but it was something like that. If I'm
Yeah,
talking about this matchup is like really interesting as well because I've never seen these guys play against each other before. I don't recall it. I don't remember it, and so Don Salvatore is like pretty straightforward with his team brings. Like it's not hard to predict what he's gonna bring. We've seen him like basically lose in the seasonal like winners bracket finals and like losers bracket finals. We've seen him lose just because like his matchups were just so shit because he's like his teams are like easy to predict. And I think if he wants to like go far in this tournament, he should really like expand on his variety.
yeah, I think he's
Um,
kind of been
and
trying to do that. He's been trying to
uh,
build more teams. So I think
yeah,
he's working on it.
I would hope so because I do believe I don't think his issues come like from bad play. I just believe like everybody just expects for him to load the Mega Tyranitar, Jirachi, Zapdos, Cortana with the normal Z. Like everybody just expects them to bring that, and they just counter it and the GG. I do
Yeah.
hope he like try. I hope he tries to like tries a different approach because otherwise, I do feel like ZDen will just take advantage of that and like just win.
Hmm. I'm gonna actually take a risk and predict Don Salvatore to beat Zidane in this matchup. Zidane definitely has some good performances and he has solid play, but I think Don Salvatore has a good chance to fix his main drawback of poor brings.
I'm 50-50 on this matchup. I don't really want to predict a winner because it really to me it kind of comes down to what teams get loaded and like because Zidane is like for some reason I don't really understand how he preps, but his prep works like quite often. So I do believe he could like just pull off some random good matchups and just auto win. And yeah, but skill wise, I guess you kind of have to pick Don Salvatore. So I don't know. It's just 50-50 for me. I don't really want to predict a winner here, to be honest.
Yeah, that's and then we get to Proftreez versus Hairoll. I'm not sure how much there is to say about this matchup. I'd say what I will say is that Proftreez is for sure the favorite, but he's said like quite a lot that he doesn't care about. He's not going to be tryharding the tournament. So it just depends on
Like,
how much Hyrule is committed.
yeah, so I would, if I'm being honest, I would still pick Treeman to win because Treeman was one of the guys that helped No Name or Team India like prep for against Hairoll in the World Cup. So he will probably just bring some of the teams he thought were good from there, and I think I think he will just win based on that. Like he doesn't really need to care that much. Just reuse the five teams you recommended. You know. And I feel like as a player, Freeman is better than Hairoll, unfortunately. Hairoll brings like I feel like Hairoll is pretty like one-dimensional because he's more of like an offense guy. I don't know, and I think he struggles with bulkier type of teams like Fats. Although I could be wrong, so I don't
Mm.
know.
What I
I will
remember
just pick
from the
Freeman.
World Cup is that um, Hairoll brought the Abele Cofagrigus or Abele DUC Cofagrigus team, and No Name just brought Celestial, and then that's just like a really crushing matchup. So I'd agree that Proftreez would have the handle on good matchups and perhaps play as well. I would say Proftreez is probably a strong favorite for this matchup.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the matchups, this is the most one-sided one. And I
Yeah.
liked Hairoll. I like Hairoll, to be honest.
Mm.
I like him. He's a good, solid dude. I actually helped him in the World Cup, but he didn't listen to me when he needed to. So I don't blame him because like it's a pressure of like having three people say different things. But yeah,
Yeah, I know it's he's still got the trophy at the end of the tournament, so he can't be
yeah,
that upset about it
I'm proud of LA for that, to be honest.
for sure. And
Okay,
the fourth bracket, Zinnias
Zid-
versus Fusien.
okay. So obviously you can't comment on the matchup because you're playing in it.
I
Um,
shouldn't comment,
this
yeah.
this is an interesting matchup, and there's something that I thought like the winner of this faces the winner of Brandon Lee and the Lliollae, and like it would be so funny if you and Brandon Lee won, and then you beat Brandon Lee again for the
That
5-0.
that
That would
would be
be
hilarious.
that would be a
5-0 against
dream.
Brendan Lee.
That would be a dream, to be honest, for me. But for matchup itself, Fusion had a really good game against what's the guy's name? Giannis in SM during S-Tour. So it shows that he can play well, but you are like one of his main preppers and like helpers and support in SM. So this is a huge disadvantage for him. And I do feel like just because of the tier knowledge that you might just get the edge and win here. But let I would not count Fusion out, to be honest. Like that Giannis game was pretty impressive. Like you will have to take him seriously if you want to win this. But that's
Absolutely.
my opinion.
Mhm.
I would
And
definitely don't underestimate.
I won't underestimate him for sure. I'll take it seriously. And I obviously can't comment
I
on my prediction, but yeah, I hope to show him the ropes.
I feel like out of everybody that Fusion could have gotten in this bracket, getting you is probably the worst one or the most unfortunate one.
Oh yeah, maybe. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit washed, so if he wants it, he can get it.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, on to Brandon Lee Lliollae. We've talked a bit before about how
Uh,
amusing this matchup is. I think
yeah, I
that
hope both of them fucking
Brandon
lose.
Brandon Lee probably has the edge in this one. I feel like he's more tapped
So
in.
So from this matchup, I want to say this is a 50-50, like unironically. They did face each other into ADPL, and I'm not gonna lie, Brandon did destroy him. But I do feel like Leo just didn't really get used to the team, and I do feel like Leo just underestimated him, which in a invitational he will not do for sure. So I don't know. Like I would give a slight edge to Brandon, but I do like Leo's consistency and the fact that he went 5-2 in SMPL, beating players like Tace and Crispy Bacon. I kind of want to bold Leo here, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I get you. I think I'd say maybe 55 Brandon Lee, 45 Lyole. Like I'll give him a slight edge, but it's very, very close.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Belgian man, to be honest. And if Brandon wins, he can clown on me. Whatever. You can have it, Brandon. All right.
Mm.
Okay.
And then stratdkt versus Samuel Norton. I'd
Okay.
say he definitely has a tournament result compared to Samuel Norton, who has yet to really break out into individuals. But for Norton's legacy, as he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the ladder, and yeah, many people know him generally as quite a high level player. I think I want to vote Norton initially.
Hmm. So for me, both of these guys are like really good friends of mine. So I feel like picking one really sucks for me. I will say, like as players, I do feel like Norton makes less mistakes and is like overall positionally better and understands it better. But Norton lacks one thing, which I find super important in tournaments, and that's prep. Like he's not really hard to prep for. Like, and even in a battle of three, like I remember when I invited him to the fight night, he played against Legitly, and Legitly just brought like three random teams that were like Char-X, Hoopa, basically stall breakers, and he ended up winning the battle of three. Norton is Even though I feel like Norton is a high level player, I feel like he really needs to adapt when it comes to. He needs to like um, try to be less predictable with the teams he's going to use, and because there's another situation where I do think he's a better player, but he might just get matchup owned, and like maybe he won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, it's very similar to ZDen, DonSalvatore. I think, yeah, it's definitely the matchup I look forward to the most. I'd say Norton has a bit of an edge, but definitely wouldn't count out Strat. He has definitely more impressive tournament results and better prep.
Yeah, but it's just gonna come. It's kind of gonna come down to all that crap. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
sure.
Good luck to both of them. Good luck to both of them.
Hmm. And then matchup 7, we have the Foodie versus MG Dose. This one, I honestly, this matchup is gonna be really entertaining.
I agree. So the funny thing is, I haven't seen these guys play each other a lot. Like the only time I recall them playing against each other in like a tournament was in 2024 Masters when me and Ryan just began Smogon. And Ryan, I think, actually won in SM, which is crazy. Pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Because we were shit back then. Like, we were garbage. But as a matchup itself, yeah, it's pretty fun. I feel like MG DOS recently has been bringing like weird Magirna sets. And the thing is, they're not even weird, but they're just unusual. For example, versus me in SMPL, he brought Fighting Z. Versus Abel, he brought like Trick Room, yeah, Papa Berry. So I don't know if he's gonna like continue to try like all that weird shit, or if he's gonna realize that people are kind of figuring him out on that. And as for Ryan, I don't really know. Ryan can bring pretty much anything. He's been trying to like build on his own and crazy.
Ryan does have some good cooks. I think he's definitely
Yeah, I
growing as
agree.
a team builder. And
Yeah, I
MG
actually
Dose, he definitely is more of a plug and play guy. He gets sent teams and he pilots them well.
yeah, he just kind of gets sent teams, which is fine. But I don't know. We'll see if you can get. This year is he's playing against Ryan, who's friends with a lot of people in the community. So finding somebody that will provide you a team will be hard.
Yeah, I'm sure he could find somebody. I would actually bold Ryan here.
Yeah, I agree, and I want to say like you mentioned he has some cooks, and the funny thing is I actually recommend some of Ryan's teams to like a lot of people that I'm helping. So I I just wanted to bring that up. I believe his teams are good, pretty
For
much.
sure. So For this
All
last
right.
matchup, Baddy and Legitly. Baddy is a circuit finalist last year, and I'd say people wouldn't really. Well, he's definitely not a Sun Moon main. He's an SV main, and a pretty high level one at that. And yeah, I'd say he's not really considered somebody that would know the tier like the back of his hands. I'd say Legitly definitely has a tier knowledge advantage, but I think yeah, Baddy has a pretty strong play advantage over Legitly. So I'd say my initial thought would be to predict Baddy here.
Mm-hmm. Uh, my personal opinion. So from watching Baddy's circuit in general, like he made finals, and congrats to him. That was amazing. He did bring a lot of teams that I noticed, Dream and No Name, and these guys like used or liked a lot. And this is a situation where he's playing allegedly, who's also part of their Discord called Empire, I believe. And it's just for me, it's kind of a question like, would the no name help him again? Because I do feel like a part of the success came from the fact that he was past good teams. Because judging good teams on your own without like maining the tier is really difficult, if you ask me. I see a lot of people just bring dog shit, which, but yes, for that reason, I think Legitly will win, but it's like a 50-45 or like a 60-40. Like, I don't think it's not like he's a crazy favorite.
Yeah, this is a super close one. Yeah, I'd say Baddy 55, Legitly 45. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I want to see Legitly
Uh,
do well, but this is a tough round one. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
round
I'm
one.
excited for all of them. I honestly wish all the guys good luck and I can't wait to see who qualifies. To be honest, I'm hyped for it.
So can I. And with that, that is our round one predictions. I hope you enjoyed the YouTube video, and I will see you all in hopefully for some coverage of the first games of the tournament. Yeah, see you.
Goodbye.